All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we will give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Harakakatai. We're going to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, rule and teach well. Party shalom to those for elect. It's your brother Karatazar. And we are members of the GMS Virginia camp, and we just going to talk through the spirit and let the individuals know, hey, the end of all things are at hand, man. If you see what's going on in the world, these wars are still the rumors of war is still going on. All right, and then you got these bank runs that's happening in America. I saw a video that Elder Yashwamba had posted on his Through an Information channel, and it was an Edomite talking about how the BRICS nations have started up their own SWIFT financial institution where you can make transactions off of money, and they're going to use their own currency, man. Okay, the American dollar is through. The people that trust in Egypt, that lean upon Egypt instead of leaning upon the Lord, they're gonna basically come to a fall, man. You can open up with what you got, brother.
I'm gonna start at Romans chapter 13, and let's go down to verse 11. All right, this is Romans 13:11, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe. Okay, it's high time for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to stop playing games, man. Okay, and awake out of sleep, out of your slumber, man. All right, because it's about to get real out here, man. All right, the things, real. Because a lot of the things that the prophets have been saying for quite some time now, for years upon years, on the highways and byways and through the airways, man, to these different platforms, the internet, by the way of the unicorn. Okay, these things are coming to pass, man, right before your eyes, man. Okay, but you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are still playing games, man, and we're right in the midst of this economic collapse and complete chaos being broken out all over, all over America and different parts of the earth as well. You got it.
That's right. If that word slumber, right, it goes into people being asleep, like under a trance, man. Okay, yeah. and the trance that people are under is that America's going to last forever.
Yeah, come on.
And it's not, man. All right, but there's only one kingdom that's going to last forever. That's the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. Right. I'm gonna grab this piece here right quick. This is Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh Shem Al Shai. And this is that mindset that our people are in, and the nations of the world are in, that hey, their military is strong. Their assets that they have is more abundant than the next person's assets, or whatever the case may be in regards to nations. But the nation of Israel, the Lord has set us up out there to tell you to turn back to the Lord, but you want to cleave unto Esau, Edom, and this modern day Egypt was going to lead you to be destroyed, because that's what woe means. Woe means death and destruction, man, and it's going to come suddenly. Like these bank runs is happening, man. All right, and it's going to happen more and more often, or it's going to happen to more and more banks. The smaller banks are going to get hit up, and that's the banks that you probably use. And then when they say that $250,000 threshold limit that the FDCI insurance on that threshold is going to get lower by the day. This is just me speaking as a man, and then it's going to soon to be hitting up the accounts, the money that you have in your accounts, that they're going to say they can't insure no more because there's so many banks that's losing out on money.
Yeah. That is another way that they could very well be using to, which we believe, that they're going to use it to pave the way, okay, for this MOTB, all right, the electronic device, man, because, quote unquote, it's unsafe. It's different things that are happening amongst these different banks, and, bailouts not coming in, okay, and they're going to present, this notion that it's to prevent this from further happening in the future. They need a more secure system, man. Okay, and that system, okay, that is going to be set up is what? That electronic device, that charagma, man. All right. I got a quick precept. It's Ezekiel 7:25. Destruction cometh and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. You got it,
Oh
bro.
yeah, look, destruction cometh, and it's coming to America via the plague that the Lord is sending, like He did in Egypt, right? What was some of the things that's happening recently? You got these train derailments that's happening
Right.
everywhere. That's a plague from the Lord because it's contaminating the water, it's contaminating the land, it's contaminating the living situations of the people.
Right.
And they're making these 15-minute cities, and these 15-minute cities are gonna be so like they're gonna make it like a paradise for you that you can only live move in a certain amount within a certain amount of miles or feet, and you got everything, your work, your job, your school, all that's within that 15-minute city. But the people that don't, I'm just rambling off. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, but you're right though. That 15-minute city goes hand in hand with the market with that MOTV, man. You know, that's the way they're gonna be able to track you, track your steps, track everything that you're doing, your carbon footprint, and all that, so to speak, man. You know, and like the brother was going into, a whole lot has happened in the last couple months, man. You know, concerning the 15-minute cities, these train derailments, you know, the pollution of the water, these different chicken and food plants, explosions and fires.
Oh, they got another one that's closing down here in Virginia. There's a Tyson food chicken plant that's closing down here in Virginia. I don't know if it's in Prince George or Glen Allen, but it's closing down.
Yep.
Go ahead, brother.
You got these different Walmarts being closed, you know, in very, very high volume, man. You know, being shut down, and we know what that's all about, man. You got different Best Buys and different major corporations shutting down, man. You know, so things are speeding up, and you see what's going on and taking place, and this is only going to continue, man. You know, it's not going to withdraw; it's going to keep going forward. That's right. You know, you got it, brother.
If you got a precept,
Con, we can go. Let me go to Zephaniah real quick.
Con. The time is at hand, man. The time is near, man. When something is at hand, it means it's near, man. It's close, man. Go ahead.
That's the spirit. Go ahead. This is Zephaniah 1:14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
If I may add, the day of the Lord is hastening quickly, because the men that are sighing and crying for the abominations that's going on in the midst of them, all right, they're crying, man. All right, they're saying, Lord, come get us. And if the Spirit utters for us the things that we can't say, so the Lord already knows, right? And just like in Egypt in the old days, man, when Israel cried for salvation, the Lord delivered them, man. But in this time, it's only going to be the elect that's crying for salvation, because the rest of our people have hope in America, man. Hope in these other nations. Hope wherever they are spread, and it's all going to come to an end because they don't have no hope in the Lord. They don't seek Yahweh Shema Al Shai. Go ahead, brother.
Son, they got hope and dope, and Esau's the dope of the earth.
He's the dope dealer.
Yeah, he's the dope of the earth. And our people have hope in this devil, man. And we know what happens when you put your hope in dope. Okay, you know.
Yeah, you end up like goddamn Pookie on Chris Rock on goddamn, what's that movie, man?
Yeah, they're gonna end up strung out, man.
New Jack City, man.
Yeah, they're gonna end up strung out because they strung out on getting that next fix, the next feeling, that climbing that ladder of success, having more and more, and keep prospering in this wicked place, man. So they're gonna be strung out, itching at the neck. They're fiending, okay? Yeah, they fiending for more of that Esau juice, man.
And you know, and it goes into his doctrines and his philosophies, man.
The wine of Babylon, man. You know, it says that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress. Okay, we're not approaching good times and happy times. You know, holding hands, walking on the beach. You know, all that is coming to an end, man. All right, we're coming into some very harsh times, man. Turmoil, sorrow. Okay, gnashing of teeth, man.
If I may add, I don't know if brothers or sisters have seen that meme where there's two people riding on the train, and they're both looking out the window. One is saying, look, it's the end of the world, and another one saying it's the beginning of a new world because of the things that's going on. I don't know. It came out like last year or something. There was two people on the train. One was a black person, and another one was a white person. They're cartoons. And then the white man was saying, look, hey, you know, it's the end of the world. And the Jake was saying, hey, it's the beginning of a new thing. Yeah. These things that are happening is the beginning for a new world. For us, man, we understand that one nation has to come down before another one comes up.
Yeah, and a little part of that number, you know, the elect's going to be in those ships, looking out of the windows of the chariots, man, looking at the destruction of the place, looking at the end of Esau's world and the beginning, the coming, you know, of our world, of the kingdom, man. It says the day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. Verse 17, and I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. You got it, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna be nothing, man. So I play this game, right, and the guy on there, when he talks to the people, he's saying, when fire comes, he prays that their flesh will melt and their bones will turn into ashes, man, and that's what's gonna happen to people. All right, what's that? Zechariah 14:12, I believe that's what it is. Where the people's I don't look, dang, it's on my phone, but there was a person that got set on fire in the house, and his whole body is like got third-degree burns. The only thing that you can see that's actually functioning on this person is his tongue, and is hanging out his mouth. His teeth is all pushed forward and out. This man can't see, he ain't got no hair on his head. The Lord burnt that nigga, man. And that's what's gonna happen to people out here in the day that the Lord is that the day in the day of the Lord, man. That's the distress that's gonna be coming upon people. Because their money's going to be taken away. What you going to do? You're going to take the sea and then you're going to die. You're going to eat that missile.
Yeah, they going from riches to rags, man. Reverse mode. Here it is. They had all this money, all this, stuff saved up in their savings account, their credit, and all that shit. And all that shit's going to collapse, man. And now here it is. You a multi-millionaire because all your money was in the banking system. All right. Now you go to the ATM and you can't pull nothing out. Matter of fact, furthermore, you ain't got no money, man. Okay. So now, hey, the roles have been reversed very, very quickly, man. Okay, from riches to rags, man. Now here it is. You had a lot. Okay, now you're almost on the same level. All right, at these particular people that you see in the streets, man. These particular people you see on the side of the streets with a sign asking for money, man. And they're gonna bring this devil's trying to bring in this universal income, man. Okay. And these particular elites are going to use that as fuel and motivation for these people to take the MOTB so they can get their assets back, so they can get their money back, so they can return to what's, the status and level that they were before the collapse took place. You got it, bro.
Yeah, this is James chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you." And the brothers, but he's talking about the miseries of the people, man, when these banks collapse,
right,
and they try to, make these digital assets a thing, right? It's going to be a wrap for them, man. Shalom, bro. Shalom. It says, verse 2, it says, your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth eaten.
Yeah. And it is, they didn't put so much faith in American dollar, man, to this fiat currency, into this paper, and they never thought about that, hey, this is not backed by gold. It's not backed by silver. Maybe one day this could just disappear and it could be worthless. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, gold is never, in this current society we live in, gold is never going to become worthless, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nor silver, nor these different things. You best believe these upper elites, man. Okay, and that's another reason these upper elites put the price they did on gold and silver, man. So these people would bring them their gold, and they give them this paper money that's worth nothing, this fiat currency, and they hide it all in their bunkers, man.
They jack the price of gold back up so they can't pay for it.
Exactly. So
the money that they just received.
No, you good. You're right. So they got all the gold. They got all the true wealth. A true currency, so to speak. And here it is. These people. They go. You remember all the gold rush from years ago in different particular areas. Exactly.
Like
the gold rush in Alaska. Yep. People were basically dying to get out there, man, to get all that gold and basically turn it in, to the government to get a certain amount of money, for nothing, man. It's making these elites more and more richer. They didn't have all the gold already, man. And all the riches already, man. You got it, bro.
That was it on that, brother. That was it on that.
I was reading verse 18 or what I was reading real quick. It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. That's right. Even if you do have gold and silver, man, because, some of these people were actually smart. They seen this coming. So they invested in gold. They invested in silver. They invested in certain things that, if things collapse, they would have something to fall back on. But hey, man, that's not going to be able to deliver you from the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua when all hell breaks loose, man. Okay? You know, and at that time, man, when all hell breaks loose, when there ain't no electricity, okay? You know, it's badness going on in the streets. Gold and silver is going to be worthless in that time, man. People are going to be trying to survive, man. You know what's going to be gold in that time? You know, food, water, okay? You know, ammunition, gas, okay? Shelter, being able to live and breathe, man. You know what I'm saying? These people ain't gonna be, collecting money, silver and gold in that time, man. You know. Con, let me finish this last verse. You got it, bro. It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make an even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. That's right, 60 minutes, man. This place is going to be destroyed very, very quick. That's the true 60 minutes, man.
That reminded me of a TV show.
Yeah.
When you said that, yeah.
And the old white man came up on the screen, man. What was his name?
I don't know.
Man, I forgot his name, but
Barbara Walters was probably one of them too.
Yeah. You know, it's 60 minutes or less, this place is going to be destroyed, man. So it's going to be a very quick, okay, and sudden destruction. The scripture says the Lord cometh as a thief in the night. You know, you got it, bro.
So, Sirach 21:8, he that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gather himself stones for the tomb of his burial.
And that's America, man. Here it is. You know, these particular elites will approach you for your debt, for what you owe. And here it is. America is so far in debt, you know, that they owe so much money to all these different nations, man. You know what I'm saying? That it's basically just hit the ceiling, okay? To the point that these other nations are dropping the American dollar, man. They said to hell with America. We're going to do our own thing, man. And matter of fact, we're actually going to come against this place, man. They're plotting against America, man. Okay, they're seeking to destroy America and take them out and become the next superpower, man. Sorry, you got it, bro.
Something else, bro? If I may add, while he's looking, the labor of the so-called Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, which was in a way our money. This is how America was built up, man. All right, and that scripture said, "Woe to them." I think did it say, "Woe to them that basically got rich off of other people, right? That built their land off of other people's money." Our money was labor, man. We gave free labor, and that's how America was able to be built up. Now the Lord is tearing down America, man, through this word and through his actions, through the Lord, through the Spirit, through the prophecies, man. Go ahead, you got it, brother.
I got a quick one. This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. So, hey, your riches, your money is not going to deliver. Even your smarts, okay? You know, your good investments, okay, is not going to deliver you from wrath, man. But righteousness, okay, is going to deliver you from the wrath, man. Righteousness is going to deliver you from that hellfire and all hell breaking loose, man. Okay, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to protect his men, okay? When all hell's breaking loose and people ain't got no food and got nothing to eat, when people are running from each other in the streets, when wild beasts are in the streets, okay? When those newly created beasts are in the streets, man, hey, the hopeful elect are going to be protected by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know, like the scripture says, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. You got it, brother.
This is for people that's watching. Use wisdom. Because, Jacob hear this, and then just be like, oh, I can just sit on the couch. Nah, use wisdom. But this is Sirach 31:1. It's going to the G&T. So it says, worrying about money will make you lose weight and lose sleep. Worrying about business will keep you from sleeping just as surely as a serious illness does. Rich people work hard to make a lot of money. Then they can sit back and live in luxury. Poor people work hard and have nothing to show for it. And when they rest, they are still poor. No one who loves money can be judged innocent. His efforts to get rich have led him into sin. Many people have been ruined because of money, brought face to face with disaster. Money is a trap for those who are fascinated by it, a trap that every fool falls into.
Yeah.
That go on this 1 Timothy 6:10.
God, because it's not really real, man. You know, people have this facade that it's all an idea. They're chasing an idea. Okay, they're chasing a dream. All right. You know, they have this currency. They have this paper. You know, which we need. You know, certain level of federal notes and currency to live our day-to-day lives. But it's really not real, man. You know, it's all fake.
It's really not real.
Right. You know, go into the history of, the startup of the Federal Reserve, man. You know?
Yeah, I got more.
Yeah, bro.
Verse 8. A person who gets rich without sinfully chasing after money is fortunate. Do you know anyone like that? If so, we will congratulate him for performing a miracle that no one else had ever been able to do.
So that tells you nobody's able to do that, man. If you're chasing behind money, you're doing it for a reason. And 9 times out of 10, like the scriptures say, for the love of money is the root of all evil, man. You're doing it for a reason to fulfill your lust when we should be not trying to fulfill our lust. Go ahead, brother Salaki.
Etc. That's just like the verse 8 says, a person who gets rich without simply chasing after money is fortunate. We are those people that's fortunate because we're storing our rich towards heaven.
That's right.
And the Lord's going to eventually congratulate, reward us for waiting and striving and being diligent doing these lessons. Being a watchman.
Mm-hmm.
So it says.
I got a quick precept real quick, brother. This is Proverbs 23 and let's start in verse 4. It says, labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom. Okay. And a lot of our people, okay, they trust in their own heart, their own mind. All right. They don't trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They don't believe in the words of the Bible. Okay. They don't believe the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that are being spoken by his prophets. Well, we've been out through the Apostle Letters of Great Millstone on down. We've been out here for years upon years telling you that an economic collapse is going to take place, man. Okay. That the dollar bill is going to be done away with and more will be deemed worthless, man. That they're going to force you to take an electronic device and all hell's going to break loose in the streets, man. Okay. And you people that have a little something are going to be targeted. Okay. You're going to be targeted amongst these different militias and different people that have, just trying to survive in the streets, man. Hey, Jake, he's coming to the suburban areas, man. He knows his community. Yeah, he knows his neighbors ain't got shit. He knows they ain't got nothing, man. After they didn't take all that, what do you think they're going, man? It's gonna be like that movie, Fear the Walking Dead, man, where they found a vehicle, it actually started up, had some gas, they loaded 7-8 people on it, had weapons, they went to a whole community. The community set up this fortified area so they could protect themselves because they knew people were coming, man. That's what you're about to see take place on the earth. It says, wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? Okay, ain't like this money, it's not really real,
It's gonna come tonight too when we go through this Jacob's trouble, man. There's fire that's coming. It's gonna really be at night.
Yeah. It says, hey, yeah, that's beautiful you said that, because money will actually burn up to nothing. But actually, like when you go into like gold and like, real materials, it actually will just melt down, actually will melt into the earth, and after that fire, I'm just thinking like, logically that it possibly, after that fire takes place and all the gold gets melted into the earth, it can be dug back up again, It says, for riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. And how much more in this society how easily can riches just make themselves wings and fly away, man?
Shit, they can, zero your bank account out. You see what they're doing with the banks? They taking people's, direct deposits. Somebody can come in your house, take all of what you got.
Right.
Those are certain ways that your riches can fly away.
They can put a block on your account, a hold on your account. And you can get sued. Money can be taken. They can garnish your wages.
Yeah.
There's 1,000 ways for your money to fly up and take wings, man.
Oh, don't forget about how we went into camp last week. They, 50 Cent for 70,000 customers. That's $1 million.
Right. Esau went all out now. Esau's getting bold. He said, "Fuck this 50 Cent caught all the shit. You know what? Shut the whole bank down. Y'all ain't getting nothing now." Hey, that's the spirit that we went into that. Yo, it's because we went into that right before. It was like the next day and the day after that the whole bank, them 3 banks, all of a sudden, so-called collapse. Esau said, man, hell with that 50 cent, that $3, that little bit from you, a little bit from, hey, I'm taking it all. I want it all.
We can close that.
I got one more precept. You got it, bro. It says, eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats. You got it, bro.
So everything he does is to entrap you. If he give you money, best believe he is something behind it. Jake, Esau don't give Jake a record deal for nothing. He don't front you money for nothing.
Yeah.
He doesn't give you a loan for nothing.
Hey, and that's beautiful because the Federal Reserve, those Federal Reserve notes are nothing but loans, man. He said,
That's what make him a loan.
he said, it's time for y'all to pay out. I've been loaning y'all money for all these years. So y'all got to pay up. Hey, it's crazy because hey, remember because I did a video last night on the New World Order, but Esau took that shit down.
What?
You know, remember doing wrestling?
Oh yeah.
I was doing the similarities, you know, with like what goes on in the these presidential campaigns and like the wrestling arenas, how like, people are screaming and cheering. Remember, like going back to the New World Order, like when they debuted it in the WWF, where was Nash, Hogan, and right, yeah. And you remember when they had the yeah. And the top of the screen it said "No Way Out." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then you had, yeah. And then you had Hogan out there. He had that grin. And he had that laugh. Like that's these elites mindset, bro. They got that laugh. They got a scheme involved. That they're seeking to obtain, man. And that's that New World Order program. You got it, bro.
No way out.
Yeah, it said "No Way Out" on the top of the big screen, bro, in a diamond shape, man.
Some of that ain't satanic.
Yeah, yeah, because I was looking at that and like you see the similarities are like heavy between these presidential campaigns going back, even like 10, 15 years ago, man. How the people would dress up, they would have the signs, they would make their own billboard sign, and Trump, remember the old Bush, you know what I'm saying? The same thing when you go to these wrestling arenas, man.
That's true. Yeah, fans putting the
fans, people got the hats on, they're screaming, the presidents are making jokes. Yeah. God, hey, this devil's about to approach the stage,
That's
man.
Crazy. We know he's gonna get thrown down once he puts his foot in that ring, man.
God, yeah, he's gonna get pretty far into his New World Order. Like the scripture says, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High will cast him down while he's eating. Okay, so he's gonna get deep. He's gonna get very, very deep in his New World Order, but he's not gonna complete it. He's not gonna finish it. You got it, Rob.
See, a person who gets rich without sinfully chasing after money is fortunate. Do you know anyone like that? If so, we will congratulate him for performing a miracle that no one else has ever been able to do. The only people that's really rich is us. The Lord gave us. Because the Lord blessed us with the whole earth. The covenants, the promise.
And if the earth is ours, and everything in the earth is ours. So that means all the gold, the silver, the precious stone, and like we keep saying gold. There's precious stones and rubies that are worth far more than gold, man. You got precious rubies that I can't even pronounce that are nothing compared to that gold's not even comparable to.
I know, like you've been sending videos in the group chat where they be like under the mines.
Yeah.
Them precious
stones.
There's
stones that glow. There's stones that have their own light. That have crazy energy.
Look, dude, we don't even know it's under this land that's right here in front of this video. So, like,
right. It's like going back to the so-called Native American Indians, man. They didn't they had a whole lot of gold, but they didn't reverence gold. It's like there's more things that were precious to them than gold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember the elder brother did a video on that. I believe last night. Going into the feathers and the different things that the feathers and the different precious things that Gad and Reuben, held a value higher than gold. You know what I'm saying? You got to crop.
So that gold became greedy. And like it says right here, the other nations, they're not rich, because the earth wasn't given to them. So they make their own somewhat type of currency, but it's not alive. Basically, they lend it out, they put their faces on it to make it seem like it's something, but it's nothing. Every kingdom that you see, prior to ours was just based on just doings.
Yeah.
So it says,
like going back to the Roman Empire, man. They're going into the coin flipping.
Mixing up,
mixing the different metals in the basement of the denarius.
It was a revelation. I forgot what it was, but the basic balance, if I'm not mistaken.
And soon the coins was it was basically nothing left of it, man. That's the American dollar, man. What you could buy for $5 and $10. Just go ask if your grandparents are still alive. Hey, what could you do with $10 when you were
they would buy a whole damn store.
$5. You were rich. He's a kid on the bicycle.
He said gas was 19 cents a gallon. What could I do? He's like, He said $20. He said that was my weekly salary. Yeah, for 40 hours of work, his whole check might have been $55. It was good, you know. You got it, bro.
So it says, do you know anyone like that? If so, we will congratulate them for performing a miracle that no one else has ever been able to do. If anyone has ever passed this test, he can well be proud. Has anyone ever known that he could get away with cheating someone and not taking advantage of it? If so, he deserves his wealth, and everyone will praise him for generosity. And that question is no.
Yeah,
Because look at this kingdom now. There's the scriptures, Proverbs 29.
so the people are so the rule.
That's right. And what the scripture said, when there's a wicked ruler, the people mourneth. When the righteous ruler, the people rejoice. And he cleared all this unjust doing it because of what? Because this nigga is this whole land was set up by deceit and fraud, lies. Like I said, they sped it. The devil said it. If people knew about the Federal Reserve, it would be an uprising at the very moment.
They took out a lot of rich men that weren't down with that Federal Reserve
They
movement,
took them
bro.
the fuck out.
And they took a whole lot of casualties down with them. They said, people got to die. You're casualty of war.
Oh, that's why another thing too. That's why they got mad when Fidel took over Cuba, because Cuba was Vegas before Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm. John.
My fault, my bad. Yeah,
That was it, bro.
do you have something?
I got a precept we can close out, unless you have one.
Now I was gonna get second Peter.
All right, let me read this.
Close that on now.
I'm gonna read this brother's comment first.
Okay.
This is from GMS. We got next.Mac. Shalom, bro. This is James 2:5. Hearken, my beloved brethren. Hath not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he had promised to them that love him? You know, that's a beautiful precept.
What Corral was saying, the earth is ours.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get it being heirs to Yahweh Shem Al Shai.
Right.
Faith.
What the scripture said, wealth is not lost.
It's translated.
It's only translated.
Yeah, and that made me think about that when you said the gold would get melted back into the ground.
Right. That's gonna be one of their jobs. That's gonna be one of your wicked elite's jobs. On top of on top of you are burying these bodies that are laid in other parts besides America. You're gonna have a job of digging into the earth. Same way you made us dig into the earth. And you're gonna have to dig a lot deeper though. You know, you got to dig way deep with that fire. Yeah.
To the core.
To get that gold and you know, them items out the earth, man.
I'm gonna put you in a place where I know ain't no gold. I'm gonna tell you go dig here because there's gold there.
We're gonna see if it is that. We saw.
Hey, look, with that, we're gonna close out.
So our deepest pit, we're gonna nickname it hell. It's like you had your particular ships, good ship Jesus, and this and that. We're gonna name the deepest mine, the hell mine.
The real red niggas. He's gonna be down there. Hey, so Lord, will y'all edify, man? The end of all things is at hand. You see it, the financial crash of America is coming. All right, then you know that sea hip is coming after that. Then you know the missiles, man. So Lord will prophecy continue to speed up, and Lord will He keep us in the spirit to keep prophesying, believing, hoping, and praying for salvation for us and our family. So with that, we're gonna give all praise and honor and glory unto Yahweh. We're going to give double honor to the apostle of Great Millstone, who teach us. Hearty shalom to the old collect. Shalom Yasharal, Mawar Shalom, Ba'al Mahar, Ma'alan, Yeshak Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Khan Shalom. I was saying it too fast, and then y'all came in behind me, kind of messing me up, but it's all good.